Yo, 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 welcome to Proper Things, the FPL show brought to you by the ttfplproleague. It's your boy Michael back again with another episode. And we just finished watching Manchester City, my boys, squeak a 2-1 win to get into those Champions League spots. But we in just one more game away from completing what has been a game week that has been lean for points. So if you're over 65 points this game week, you're probably living your best life right now. Currently, I am in the 50s and looking just to push on. However, I do have 6 players who should be involved in the game tomorrow versus Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. So we wait to see how that turns out. And currently, I am just outside the top 20k, but again, 6 players to play. So this week's episode is going to be a little different. Firstly, I'm going to go through a free hit team and then my proposed transfer and then the best captaincy options for this game week. So we're not having the usual format. So without further ado, let's kick things with the best free hit team for Game Week 34. So if we are looking at free hit 34, which I know a lot of the active managers are planning to activate this game week, firstly, we have to look at the games and what formation I think I would play if I had the free hit. I do not currently have mine as I played mine in Game Week 33, but for those who have it, let's take a look. So firstly, the fixture versus Leicester is always going to be that game that's going to be targeted, and Wolves draw Leicester this upcoming game week. So Wolves players are going to be in high demand, and also Fulham draw Southampton. Liverpool do play Spurs, and I think Spurs is a team that can be attacked, especially with European football in 1 week's time. So Spurs will have their focus attuned to that. But also, this could be the game where Liverpool clinches the Premier League if Arsenal beat Crystal Palace. If not, they could be league champions before they play Spurs. So something to keep an eye on, but Spurs definitely a team I would like to target. And then, of course, Newcastle tackle Ipswich at, the place where you don't want to play Newcastle, as Newcastle are home. So that should be a great game to target Newcastle assets. So firstly, looking at the keeping position, I think Leno would be the best keeper for this game week. Again, Fulham draw a great game versus Southampton. I would want my 3 Newcastle assets elsewhere. I don't think Sa is better than Leno, especially, spoiler alert, I have a Wolves defender already locked in. So I would try to avoid double Wolves. And Alisson, I don't think he's better than Leno. So Leno is in the goalkeeping spot for the free hit. In my 3-5-2 formation, my 3 defenders are going to be Sessegnon from Fulham. You're seeing that he has a lot of attacking utility as he's playing as a winger right now. So when you get an out of position defender playing advanced, really definitely have to take advantage. We all remember when they had the Lindstrom, and we all took advantage of the points he was bringing in. Stuart Dallas is another name that comes to mind. So Sessegnon. Accompanying him is the Wolves defender in Ryan Altnuri, very attacking. Again, draws Leicester this game week, so brilliant option. And at my 3rd position, it's going to be one of Virgil van Dijk if you want to be safe, or Trent Alexander-Arnold if you think he's going to start. So nothing really off the cuff here, but those are definitely the 3 best defensive options for free hit. In the 5-man midfield, Salah, you have to spend the money, so somewhere should play versus Tottenham either to clinch the title, or we have to keep an eye to see if Arsenal, of course, lose versus Crystal Palace. Next up for me is a guy who I just really like. I think he could keep a ticking over versus Brighton. We saw that they had a lot of issues defending Mbeumo coming off the right, cutting in. He went massive. He went nuclear versus them. So I think Bowen is a lock for the free hit. So Salah, Bowen. The 3rd pick is going to be the ever consistent Murphy. I don't think I should have to explain why. Joining him is his teammate Barnes. He's been the most explosive player in the last 3-4 game weeks. He's been on an absolute tear. I don't think he gets benched for Gordon. I think he retains his spot. Newcastle at home versus Ipswich. And final midfielder, when a guy is in form, you just have to ride him till the end. So I'll have Mbeumo to round out my midfield 5. So Salah, Bowen, Murphy, Barnes, and Mbeumo. And the 2 attacking options, Isaac completes the attacking trident for Newcastle. So you'll have all three Newcastle attackers. And joining him is going to be Matheus Cunha from Wolves, the attacker, a striker versus Leicester. Definitely going to have him, especially since he's a talisman. Everything goes through him, and he is a bonus point magnet. So 3-5-2 again. Leno, Sessegnon, Ryan Nuri, and one of the Liverpool defenders, whether it be VVD or Trent in defense. Salah, Bowen, Murphy, Barnes, and Bueno in midfield, and Isaac Cunha up top. And that concludes my free hit for Gameweek 34. And now if we currently look at my team, I currently on paper have 10 starters. That is why I didn't play the free hit. But I'm not too sure on what is Castagna's starting status right now. We're seeing Tete back in for Fulham, so he lost his starting spot. So could be looking at 9 starters, maybe 8 with the Bruno news that Man United are willing to rotate. But I think Bruno will start, and I think it's a plum fixture for him. He needs to get just a little more minutes ahead of that crucial semi-final in the Europa. So I think he'll start on the weekend just to keep him sharp. So you're looking at the team. I have Sells in goal, Burnin, Kanate, and Mikalenko in defense. Castagna with the question mark. He does have a game, but not too sure on him. In midfield, I have Bowen, Bruno, Murphy, and Salah. And up top, I have Isaac. The obvious transfer move is going to be Mateta out, Cunha in. So that will give me 11 starters on paper. So that is definitely locked in, barring any injury news. Cunha in, Mateta out. But also I'm looking at a -4 just to spice up things going forward. And that would be Eze out and Bueno in. Not 100% sure on that move as yet. Still waiting to see if I could decipher if Castagna starts or not. But if I get the feeling that he again will be benched, left out for Tete, definitely looking to bring in a starter, and Bueno would be my guy versus getting a Blanca in Eze out. One point to note is that with my current position in the table, if I do manage to take a red after the Arsenal versus Crystal Palace game tomorrow, I would definitely take a swing maybe in midfield. Honorable mentions to Diaz from Liverpool and Palmer from Chelsea. I know Palmer has been disappointing of late, but he does have a game in 34 and not a lot of managers will have him. So maybe he could be a differential, and maybe Diaz would be a differential, but I'm seeing a lot of managers already move for Diaz. Maybe that storm gathers more pace going into the free hit 34, and if not, I'll stay away and probably just go with Bueno, but I'm definitely keeping my eye out for that differential, according to what happens in the game tomorrow. So again, Mateta definitely out, Cunha in, and possibly a -4 for a midfielder, maybe Bueno, maybe a differential as Diaz or Palmer. And finally, the last segment, I know a lot of people want this segment, and that's for those who have a dilemma on who to put the armband on, but have no fear as Captaincy Corner is here. And this game week, we're going to have 3 main captaincy options, but I think I am going to rank them. Isaac at number 1 versus Ipswich. I think Isaac will come good versus Ipswich. I think that defense is definitely taking Newcastle at home, and Isaac will be looking to make up for all the missed chances in the last couple game weeks. Had a tough outing versus Villa in game 33. I think he bounced back, and he bounced back in a big way in 34. Coming at number 2 is Mo Salah versus Tottenham. Again, this is hinged upon the theory that Liverpool would win the title with a win versus Spurs. Again, Spurs is a team you could target, especially since their mind will be on the Europa semi-final. Right, well, the midweek after game week 34, so they won't really, I think they will rotate and they will be there for the taking. So Salah comes in at number 2. Number 3, it's close. It's close. I know a lot of people will be looking to Matheus Cunha versus Leicester. I think he's a differential captain at the moment, but again, this could pick up pace heading into the weekend. A lot of movement for Cunha. Leicester, the best team to attack on paper. It could be a perfect storm, and he could be the number 1 option going into the weekend. And number 4, when a guy goes nuclear and it's a smaller game week with the teams playing, definitely has to make the list. So Bueno comes in at number 4. And the differential cheeky ball captaincy pick this week is one of the hottest players in the entire league. Still, if you're going for the team, you look to Isaac, maybe Murphy, but I think Barnes is the best cheeky ball play for Game Week 34. And that concludes Captaincy Corner for Game Week 34. And that concludes this week's episode of Proper Things. I hope you all had fun. It was fun being back delivering this week's episode. I know a lot of free hit chips are going to be played, so good luck to everyone playing chip. For those who don't have the chip, don't lose faith, because we're seeing that the bench boost 33 is a pretty much hit or miss thus far. Not a lot of points on offer for those who play the chip. So maybe you might be able to beat the free hit chippers in 34 if you have a team that could go out there if you're feeling 10 and 11 players. While you're watching the video, I hope you all liking the picks. If not, you could go down in the comment section and say what are your thoughts on the free hit if you have a better free hit. If you think that it was unwise of me to play my free hit in 33. And while you're there, you can like the video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hope that you could finish the season strong to all the viewers, because now we're on the final 5 game weeks now. It's almost time to put this season in a bow and wrap it up. I know a lot of people are feeling fatigued, including myself. So all the best to all the managers, and I'll see you all next week. Best of luck. And don't forget to do proper things in all walks of life.